Tiffany, I'm extremely disappointed in you.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 times reality TV went too far.
I hate myself for what I'm doing to Melissa, and it doesn't matter anything at this moment. Nothing else matters right now.
For this list, we're looking at the most outrageous unscripted programming moments that cross the proverbial line. Are you a reality show fan? Let us know your thoughts about these moments in the comments below. Number 20, Stephen Williams slaps Irene McGee, The Real World. Long before the debacle between Will Smith and Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars, there was one slap that was on the tip of everyone's tongue. Back in 1998, Stephen Williams and Irene McGee were contestants on the 7th season of MTV's The Real World.
Right, you gotta go back and get your sanity from where you left it.
You're right, Stephen.
The two had a fraught relationship, which culminated in this infamous moment. After McGee quit the show for health reasons, she had one last conversation with Williams, in which she outed him as gay. In response, Williams ran after the car taking her home, opened the door, and struck her in the face.
What are you thinking right here, right there? What are you thinking? What are you gonna do?
Oh, the door's open.
Surprisingly, Williams was allowed to remain on the show on the grounds that he take an anger management course. Number 19, the head shaving incident, Top Chef. Reality shows can be a bit of a pressure cooker, and that is even more the case in a culinary competition. Near the end of the 2nd season of Top Chef, the remaining contestants wind down by getting drunk and spontaneously deciding to shave their heads. It all seems like good fun, until one of the chefs, Cliff, tries to force Marcel to do the same. Cliff wrestles Marcel out of bed, and none of the other cast members does anything to stop the assault.
Seeing as how it is our last elimination challenge, thought it would be a good idea to try to shave Marcel's head.
And from there, things just basically got a little out of hand.
Luckily, Marcel is able to break free and ends up sleeping on the bathroom floor. The heated situation results in Cliff getting disqualified from the season. Marcel, on the other hand, went on to finish in 2nd place.
Congratulations. You are Top Chef.
Number 18, producers falsely claim the contestants are dying. Superstar USA. American Idol has entertained audiences for years and turned many regular people into successful recording artists. At the height of its popularity in 2004, TV producers got the brilliant idea to create a spoof in search of the nation's worst singers.
Our show, it's not enough for singers to be bad. They have to believe they're great.
However, they never let the contestants know this. Unsuspecting individuals performed for judges, who turned down the good singers and hyped up the terrible ones. In order to sell the premise to the live audience, producers lied that the bad singers were terminally ill people fulfilling their dying wish. The LA Times erroneously reported that it was a Make-A-Wish Foundation project, which led the show's producers to come clean about their false claim and apologize to the organization.
Briggs, what do you say to people who think the show is cruel and offensive?
I'd have to say, you.
Number 17, Chris Williams' controversial behavior, Married at First Sight. Lifetime's Married at First Sight brings together random people who, just as the title suggests, get wedded on their first meeting. They live together for 8 weeks before deciding if they want a divorce or stay married. One of the most notorious participants was Season 12's Chris Williams, who got married to Paige Banks. Right off the bat, Williams' behavior generated controversy.
This relationship no longer serves me. I don't harbor any ill feelings towards you either. I just met you. And you're beautiful, by the way.
You are too.
He apparently pressured Banks into having sex early on, claiming that it would make him more attracted to her. He also repeatedly brought up his ex-fiancée, whose pregnancy he found out about during their honeymoon, and even arranged a meeting between the two women. Thankfully, Banks read the writing on the wall and chose to divorce Williams on decision day.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is too much.
Number 16, Teresa Giudice flips a table in anger. The Real Housewives of New Jersey. There have been many heated confrontations on The Real Housewives of New Jersey since it premiered in 2009, but arguably none has gone as far as this unforgettable altercation from the Season 1 finale. During a dinner party hosted by Teresa Giudice, Danielle Staub brought up the salacious book Cop Without a Badge and the rumors involving her. This led to a heated moment that culminated in Giudice angrily flipping over the restaurant table in front of all the families and their children. She even had to be restrained by the production crew. Years later, it's still regarded as one of the most iconic Real Housewives scenes, but even Giudice admits that it wasn't her proudest moment.
One, two, three. You were engaged 19 times, you stupid.
Number 15, June's forklift foot. Here comes Honey Boo Boo. When this Toddlers and Tiaras spin-off series hit the air, fans knew they were in for a wild ride. Say what you will about this outrageous show, but the Thompson family was unafraid to be their candid selves on camera, even when it came to the gross stuff. In a season 1 episode, Mama June uncovers her forklift foot, which was run over by, you guessed it, a forklift. Gnats begin to swarm as soon as her foot is out in the open. It's a disgusting reveal, even by Here Comes Honey Boo Boo standards. We're not surprised that June was hesitant to bare her souls.
All right, Pony, now that I showed you forklift foot, it's time to go home.
Number 14, Jason rescinds his proposal to Melissa, The Bachelor. The 13th season of The Bachelor ended with Jason Mesnick getting down on one knee and popping the question to Melissa Rycroft.
Will you marry me?
You want to marry me?
I would love to marry you and spend the rest of my life with you.
However, things took a shocking and abrupt turn during the After the Final Rose special, which aired immediately after the season finale.
The second you start having doubts, not talk to me about it and say, let's work on this, let's fight. You know, I just put a ring on your finger and that means forever, so let's see what we can do to fix this. I'm just gonna pull away. Whoa, things are different and I don't even want to try. Do you see where I'm a little irritated?
Mesnick decided to call off his engagement to Rycroft in hopes of exploring a relationship with runner-up Molly Mullaney.
You put a ring on Melissa's finger, you told Melissa you loved her and wanted to spend the rest of your life with her, but you don't want to fight to see if that can work.
This would be heartbreaking for anyone if done in private, let alone in front of millions of viewers. Although the audience watched their proposal and breakup happen in less than an hour, in reality, both events were filmed about 6 weeks apart. Mesnick and Mullaney ultimately got married and welcomed a daughter in 2013. Number 13, we were all rooting for you, America's Next Top Model. Well, things sure got a little heated there, didn't they? This infamous moment from Cycle 4 of America's Next Top Model came after the first ever double elimination of contestants Tiffany Richardson and Rebecca Epley. While Epley cried as she hugged the other girls, Richardson seemed to take her elimination quite differently, much to Tyra Banks' dismay.
Stop it! I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
Banks voiced her disappointment and exploded at Richardson, uttering the words that are now enshrined in the pop culture lexicon.
You roll in your eyes and you act like this because you've heard it all before. You've heard it all before. You don't know where the hell I come from. You have no idea what I've been through.
The outburst seemed totally unwarranted for the situation, and apparently only humiliated Richardson, who claims that what was shown on TV was only a fraction of Banks' actual tirade. We only hope that she never in her life yelled at a girl like that again. Number 12, the outrageous premise. Are you hot? You cannot talk about reality shows with ridiculous premises without bringing up Are You Hot? Dubbed the search for America's sexiest people, this show brought together people who thought they were hot to be evaluated by a panel of judges on their looks.
Each contestant has already appeared before our panel of experts and been prejudged for this round to see if they're hot or if they're not.
That's it. That's the whole show. It is mind-boggling that at some point in the production pipeline, nobody stopped to think, we probably shouldn't go ahead with this. Judges would rate contestants based on their appearance and then leave it up to the viewers at home to vote for their favorites. Thankfully, the dreadful series only lasted one 6-episode season before it was deemed not sexy by ABC and canceled.
I don't want to cry on this TV, but it's all right. Fine, I know I'm hot.
Number 11. Producers fail to properly vet contestants. Megan Wants a Millionaire. In 2009, Megan Hauserman of Rock of Love fame got her own reality show, which featured supposedly rich single men vying to make her their trophy wife. Just 3 episodes into the season, however, Megan Wants a Millionaire was canceled after it was revealed that one of the contestants, Ryan Jenkins, was the prime suspect in a murder investigation. Apparently, shortly after filming Megan Wants a Millionaire, Jenkins got married to Jasmine Fiore, a model whose life he ultimately ended.
Megan is definitely into me, and I'm definitely into her. and I'm definitely not going home tonight.
Before he could be apprehended, Jenkins fled to Canada, where he took his own life.
Police this morning are looking into whether her ex-husband, TV star Ryan Jenkins, acted alone. They're checking to see if he had help disposing of her body and if he had help escaping to Canada.
The network subsequently came under fire for failing to properly vet the contestant who, it turned out, already had a history of crimes against women.
Ryan, please come here.
Excuse me, guys. It's good of you to choose me first.
This card is for you.
Thank you.
Your credit is good with me.
The guys are super jealous of me at this point. I got called out first, so I'm golden.
Number 10, the defecation incident. Flavor of Love. The second season of VH1's Flavor of Love gets off to a pretty foul start. After the first set of girls are sent packing, Flav notices a terrible smell emanating from the room.
After we do the toast, I was like, what is that? The smell in my crib, yo.
It is quickly revealed that one of the remaining contestants, Something, had relieved herself right in the open. While we never see this actually happen, Something claims that she just couldn't hold it in any longer and had to do the needful while the elimination ceremony went on. She had reportedly informed the production crew that she needed to use the bathroom, but because they had to finish filming the elimination, she wasn't allowed to go.
I take this deep breath and what is that smell?
Number 9, the death of Captain Phil Harris, Deadliest Catch. Premiering on the Discovery Channel in 2005, Deadliest Catch focused on a group of crab fishermen in Alaska navigating their dangerous jobs on deck. One of the most beloved captains on the show was Phil Harris, who had devoted his entire life to the grueling profession. Harris had had a few health challenges shown on the series, all of which led up to the season 6 episode in which he suffered a stroke. He was airlifted to a hospital, where he underwent surgery and showed signs of recovery, only to pass away several days later. This entire process was put on display on the reality show, which for some may have felt too personal and exploitative on the part of the network. Number 8, The Louds Split Up, An American Family. Regarded as one of the first examples of reality TV, An American Family polarized audiences when it premiered in 1973.
I can't understand people that have drive. I can't understand people that go places. I can't understand people that feel the need to go to college.
The show followed the lives of the Louds, a middle-class California family, and drew over 10 million viewers every week. One of the most shocking moments on the series was when mother of the home, Pat, asked her husband Bill for a divorce on air.
Your father is all involved somewhere else, and there isn't somebody you can run to when you need help. Then what are you going to do?
She also asked Bill to leave the house and handed him her lawyer's contact details on the way out. While this may seem ordinary now, back in 1973, it was virtually unheard of for a TV program. An American Family went arguably the furthest such a show could have gone, and essentially birthed the reality TV genre. Number 7, Patient's death aired without family permission, New York Med. In April 2011, 83-year-old Korean War veteran Mark Chanko was hit by a garbage truck and eventually succumbed to his injuries at the hospital. Chanko's final moments were filmed as part of the ABC docuseries New York Med and aired on its first season in August 2012. There was just one problem. Neither Chanko nor any of his family members had given the documentary crew permission to film his death and air it on the show.
Watched him die before my eyes, without so much as a heads up from the show saying this episode will be broadcast at such and such a time.
Chanko's widow, Anita, watched her husband utter his final words for the first time on a TV screen alongside millions of other viewers.
While the doctor was telling us of our husband's death, he was mic'd, and that was filmed.
She filed a lawsuit against ABC and the hospital and had the segment in question removed by the network. Number 6, producers pay members of a hate group, Escaping the KKK, a documentary series exposing hate in America.
If the KKK had a target, it would be me.
Although this documentary series never made it to air, it generated a lot of controversy after it was announced. Originally titled Generation KKK, the series was reportedly about members of the infamous hate group trying to break away. Amid the backlash the series' announcement faced, A&E changed the title to Escaping the KKK and partnered with the Anti-Defamation League and Color of Change to provide additional context for the series. However, less than 3 weeks before its intended premiere, It was revealed that third-party producers went against A&E's policies by paying participants for access. As a result, the network decided to cancel the series, pulling it from its scheduled programming. Number 5. Kutcher punks Timberlake. Punked. Back before Ashton Kutcher was a husband and father, he was a young celebrity hosting a show about pranking his friends. These pranks ranged from the outlandish to downright hilarious, and were all on our favorite celebrities. But in one instance, he definitely went a little too hard on his pal Justin Timberlake. In this featured prank, fake IRS agents are called to Justin Timberlake's Hollywood home to repossess all of his belongings.
This happens all the time to good people.
This cruel joke ended with Timberlake in tears and frantically making phone calls. We're all for a little fun and games here at Watch Mojo, but taking somebody's dogs seems a little harsh.
Nothing in it!
Number 4. Jeff bites off lizard's head, naked and afraid. In this dramatic fight to the death, survivalist Jeff Zausch took out his built-up hunger on unsuspecting prey. After hours of hunting for a tiny lizard in the heat of Madagascar, Zausch finally captures the little rascal, and in a truly Ozzy Osbourne-esque display, bites off its head.
Ah! Yeah!
The lizard did serve as an extravagant meal for starving naked people in the wild, so that is a pretty good legacy for a little lizard to leave behind. Zausch went on to compete on Naked and Afraid XL. Number 3. Repo Man threatened with gun. Repo Games. Repo Games was a short-lived reality show that featured real-life individuals whose cars were repossessed, but who were then given a chance to win them back through a game of trivia. One of the more dangerous entries on our list, in this episode, a man becomes so aggravated that he pulls a gun on Tom DeTone. Now, this host had faced some seriously difficult situations before, but having a gun pointed straight at your face takes the cake. DeTone later stated that his whole life flashed before him, but luckily, security was on the scene and quick to defuse the tension. Number 2. Children dressed wildly inappropriately. Toddlers and Tiaras. Some parents would do anything in their power to keep their young ones from growing up too fast, but this concept seems fairly impossible in the world of toddler pageantry.
How do you vogue?
One of the most shocking examples came in this show when a child came out in Madonna's infamous cone bra. That incident can only be beat by the mother who thought an appropriate outfit was one similar to the one Julia Roberts wore when she played a sex worker in Pretty Woman. Both incidents were met with outrage from audience members and judges alike. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Snooki sucker punched, Jersey Shore. In the first season of this notorious show, things rapidly got a little much and physical. During a night of inebriation, Snooki got into an altercation with a man who swiftly sucker punched her in the face.
So why do you pay for this?
The infamous meatball of New Jersey could sometimes be hard to get along with due to her outgoing personality and drunken antics. But this hit came way out of nowhere. Thankfully, Snooki was not severely hurt, and the man was arrested. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.